Everybody, welcome back to this week's Most Elite Let's Play. I know you probably have like a ton of questions. I'm not gonna answer any of them. This episode is gonna be in every episode going forward because last video I mentioned some changes. Still working on the
Hello?
background. Takes a long time. Had to buy
Anybody
a lot of
there?
programs. My pockets hurt a little bit. Uh, no, so right now I'm going to restart the Resident Evil 2 Let's Play. I promised that I would do it, and I am going to do it. This is it. Every
You
episode
alright?
from henceforth will be me beating the game.
Don't
I
worry. I'll be back for you.
I'm restarting because as easily as I could go back and like
Freeze!
look as to
I'll shoot!
exactly where I was from last time. Yeah, I feel like that breaks it'd be weird. So I'm just gonna do it all over from the beginning, and we're gonna have a nice, lovely Resident Evil 2 experience. And if, has anyone watched any of my podcasts or any of my either Let's Plays for that matter, they know that I'm not going to talk about this game at all while I'm playing it because I'm weird like that. So that being said, let's get into some Resident Evil 2, boys and girls, and men and women and children and wait, oh my God, is there a is
You
there a
alright?
Yeah, I
what's
think
it
so.
called,
Thanks.
feminine
You can thank me
way to
later.
say
When
children?
we're safe.
Like, you know how most
Holy shit.
languages have feminine and masculine. Is there a feminine way to say children? How do you like instead of boys and girls, which I guess would be masculine and feminine? But I mean, really, would that be? There's so many
Come on!
different things nowadays. So in in
Get in!
in different languages, chica, chicas, chico, chica. That's what I mean by masculine and feminine. Is there a way to say children in a masculine way and children in a feminine way? If anybody can answer that for me, that'd be pretty sick. I'll probably Google it after this, but I just that really just I'm as I'm sitting here rambling. Little backstory here. It's like 6
What's
a.m.
going on?
I
For
don't
me,
know. Hopefully they'll have
and
some answers at
I
the police
I was
station.
just browsing my YouTube and
Wait,
I
you're a
was like
cop?
writing some
Yeah.
stuff and
Leon Kennedy.
I was working on the new
You are?
episodes that I'm
Claire.
really excited to get out.
Claire
And I
Redfield.
was like, man, I haven't done a thing in a couple of weeks.
Live
I
around
need
here?
to put something up,
No,
but I don't have a topic
looking for my
because
brother.
all of my
He's a cop
energy
too.
is being directed
Well,
to
it's a good thing we found each other.
the
I don't know what to expect
the
anymore.
the videos and to outside stuff. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I'm in America. For any if I have any international fans, America's kind of on fire right now. So I've been focused on outside stuff. So that's why, and I promised myself I wouldn't explain why I wasn't here, and I'm kind of not. I'm not giving you super specifics, but yeah, that's sort of what's going on. So as long as the T virus exists in the real world, at least in America for the most part, as long as the T virus remains running rampant through the streets, I will be playing games about the T virus, mainly Resident Evil. So let's kick off this series with Resident Evil 2, the remake, one of my favorite games of all time. At a close second to Resident Evil 2 1998, which I also have, and I'm also going to speedrun for you, boys and girls again, guys and women, and everything in between. And it's going to be sick. You guys are going to be like, this guy's so good at this game. Oh, I mean, it's okay to be jealous. I'm a little bit jealous of me. I look in the mirror sometimes and I think, God damn it, how do I reach that level? And look, I tell myself the same thing I'm going to tell you. You can't. You simply can't reach it. I wish you could. I really do. It's lonely up here. Anyway, let's get into Resident Evil. Oh my God! Speaking of getting into Resident Evil, news of the week.
This is out of
While we're
control.
here, while I have everyone, so I know every of your favorite channels probably already covered this, but it's my turn to cover it. I feel like YouTube's in cycles. Everyone takes turns covering stuff. It's my turn. Cyberpunk got pushed back
Shit.
again. Now
What's
I don't know
happening?
if anyone knows this, but I rag on gaming journalists a lot. I'm technically one of them, and I I
There it
write
is.
for a small
The
publication
station.
on the internet. I'll put the link under this video if anybody wants to actually read my writing. I actually am technically a gaming journalist. I actually go to events and I actually cover events. I don't have a press badge or anything like that, but I'm pretty serious about what I do. I know I joke a lot on the channel. I jaw jack a lot. I talk a lot of shit, but I do actually care about what I'm talking about, and I do put a lot of effort and work into what I do, even if it seems like, oh, he's just getting on and talking. I know I talk a lot of shit about scripts. While I don't have them, I do write outlines. I don't know if anyone's ever watched home movies on Cartoon Network, but my favorite thing about home movies is season one, or at least episode one, and some of season one. there was no script for that. It was literally outlines of like this happens, then this happens, then this happens, then, and the actors filled in the blanks. And that's why I feel like season one is so good. It was just like voice actors improving, and it's amazing. So that's sort of how my channel works. I wanted it to be. I didn't want to like stress myself when I started this channel. I didn't want to like stress myself out. So I decided that I was always gonna like. I wasn't gonna be this super meticulous guy like I normally am in my everyday life. But on the channel, I would relax and I would write an outline of where I wanted to be by the end of each episode, and I would try to keep my talking points in that outline. Let's plays don't have any of that. So since it doesn't have any of that, you might notice I'm talking a little bit faster than normal. I'm sort of jumping around faster than I normally do because I don't have an outline in front of me to say, Ian, stay on topic because you get off topic. So now I'm going to give myself that. You're witnessing the birth of the outline right now. It is basically we're going to talk some game news, and the one thing I can think about that has taken place really recently is Cyberpunk 2077 was pushed back to December 10th, which I don't mind. I mean, why would I mind that? Why would I? Okay, why would I care? You know. And oh, my apologies. It was something going on in the background of my life. But yeah, Cyberpunk got pushed back,
Does anyone know what started this?
and you know, I mean, what can you do? These things happen. The reason I bring up the publication that I write for is because I wrote at length at about Cyberpunk 2077 and about it's being pushed back. That I think the second time. I think this is time number 3 or time number 4. I can't really remember. It's been pushed back a couple of times.
Not how I
And
imagined
each
it to
time, I mean, the reasons are legitimate, you know. I mean, they're launching Cyberpunk simultaneously across what 8 platforms? Stadia, prior gen, new gen, PC. That's got to be serious work. That's in fact, that's got to be more than serious work. That's got to be something we as regular fans couldn't possibly understand. And even the game developers out there of us, because a lot of us want to make our own games, myself included. We probably worked in Unreal Engine, or we work with the free stuff that they have out there program wise, and we know how much goes into making a game. And even those of us, sometimes we get a little impatient when it's something we really want to play, like Cyberpunk. I don't think there's been a more anticipated game than Cyberpunk 2077. So I think I understand the frustration. I really do. As a fan of things, like it's hard to when you were expecting something and then things change. That's tough stuff. But we gotta know that it's not the end of the world. A lot of us do know that, and I'm not blanketing all people like overreacting. A lot of us overreacted, and I was really disappointed. And it's they death threats and stuff like, come on guys, we're better than that. Um, a lot of us didn't. A lot of us were saying what I'm saying. They were like, oh well, it happens. What are you gonna do? Except wait, December 10th, just 3 more weeks or whatever. It's fine, guys. And that being said, Cyberpunk 2077, it's shaping up to be, hopefully, one of the best things ever to touch uh, the gaming universe. I really would like it more than anything to be amazing. Uh, but I've been burned before. So here's holding out hope that it's not terrible. But I'm excited for it nonetheless, and it being pushed back is not a bad thing. I mean, you just gotta wait a little bit. Everyone, you know what it is. You know why I think when things we care about get pushed back, the reason we behave that some of us behave the way people have been behaving. I think, as a child, we're told to wait, eat now, don't eat now, play now, don't play now, sleep now, don't sleep now. Even as babies' parents, I know tons of mothers out there who make sure their babies don't take a nap at a certain time because then they'll be up all night, and then that's not good for the parents' health. It goes all the way back to the cradle. Do this now, don't do this now, do this now, do this now. So when you know be a movie or book or a video game or Ian's YouTube videos, perhaps. People wait on those. When it goes to stuff like that, when it's like when something's been said, where it's been definitively defined in space and time, like this day at this time you're doing this thing, and then that day is getting close, and all of a sudden you're not doing this thing. I think that really is it goes back to that youth of, well, I'm not in control and I don't like it. I think that's what it is. And hey, look, we're not always going to be in control of everything that happens, especially in the entertainment sphere. How many movies have been in development hell, as it's called, for ages now? How many? Too many to count. Ones that I personally wanted to see. The Uncharted movie started with Mark Wahlberg as Nathan Drake. It's now Tom Holland as Nathan Drake because that's how long it has been stewing in the development pot. It's kind of bonkers to think about. And we're not in control as fans. We're not in control. Hell, not even as not fans, even as like some of the people in control, they're not in control. Some of the screenwriters, the actors who've been on set, what do you think reshoots come from, where you thought you were done, you were not done? You know what I mean? So it it's a tough thing, and I want us as fans to be a little bit better about accepting the things that are not in our control, even when we really want to play. But at the end of the day, guys, it is an entertainment product. It's made to entertain us. It's not the end of the world when it's not where it's at. And I get it. I actually do. I'm a super fan of many things. And if Capcom tomorrow was like, all right, Resident Evil 8, they promised us next year sometime. If if they were like, all right, now it's the year after, I fucking blow my lid. I'd be furious. I'd be furious. But also, I'd probably understand that it's not as simple as flipping a switch or pressing a button and getting it out when I want it out. You know what I mean? So, maybe have a little more patience. Just a little. Not too much, but enough that we don't look like petulant man children and women children to the world when we send death threats to developers. There's no business. You have no business doing that. That's unacceptable. So that's my piece on Cyberpunk. Moving on to more gaming news. So much has been happening. Oh, so Sony has announced that if you want a PS5 on launch day, you would have had to have pre-ordered it. Sort of, again, this goes back to changing what was stated prior. Now, originally they said you could go and pick one up. They'll be stock, leading into launch a few weeks out. Around yeah, and after during launch, they'll be stock waiting for us when we get there. Now they're saying due to COVID restrictions, they're if you have not pre-ordered it, you will not be able to wait in line. Like, that's normally a big thing, but with everything going on with the actual T virus outside, probably not the safest bet to stand around a bunch of people and wait in line. So that being said, they said that there will be no way to purchase a PS5 if you have not pre-ordered it prior. So if you go to your local Best Buy or GameStop or wherever you're going, you will not be allowed to purchase one if you do not have proof of pre-order and proof of that you got it. So uh, again, that's just another way situations evolve over time, and we just sort of have to roll with the punches. Because I've pre-ordered it, right? But a couple of my buddies haven't, and we were gonna go the day after or the 2 days after, and pick it up at the store. They were gonna go and pick up a PlayStation. You know, but now we're being told, hey, you can't because the T virus, and I'm like, damn. Gosh darn T-Virus, I thought we obliterated you in '98. We didn't. We never took down Umbrella. That being said, uh, here we are. More information, more sort of changes that I can understand would upset people who are waiting. But at the same time, again, it's an entertainment product. I mean, what can you do? You gotta wait. You gotta wait. And I know you don't want to. I don't want to. Everyone has to. It's literally, there's no discussion to be had. So that's happening. So a lot of game news is just sort of taking place. I think this is where I stopped last episode. I think I beat the boss, or I stopped right at the boss. That being said, I am not going to stop this episode because this is technically, while I started over, it's technically a continuation of the last episode, and I don't want to you know we're gonna beat the boss. That's just a fast way of saying we are about to beat the boss. Let's get some cuts here.
No choice. Gotta take it down.
That's not what I wanted to happen, but you know, that's life. I was hoping for the kill there, but what can you do? So, what else is we got in gaming news? What else is interesting and fun? We got you're dead. And that's the fight, boys. It would have been faster if I just backed away after knifing him. I knew I didn't have it, but I wanted to try it. I knew I didn't have it though. I mean, I don't know, guys. So much is going on in the outside world. It's so hard to keep up with everything taking place. I do keep myself updated on gaming stuff. Oh, I mean, um, the next money expansion of Destiny 2 is coming out. Beyond Light. That's in 4 days, huh? Anybody excited about that? Anybody interested to see what what they're gonna do with that? Ah, so hard not to laugh at Destiny 2. Hey, but you know, teach their own. Uh, we got so much. I know I keep saying that, but it actually is like if you just quickly Google gaming news, it'd be like 40,000 things. And like the reason my podcast is the way it is because I like to laser focus in on one or two of the things, except when I do the list episodes, the coveted and respected list episodes that everyone loves so much. I mean, everyone loves them, you know. So there's that. Where are we at? What
Hey,
time are we at? Oh
I'm not
man,
done
our time
talking to
limit's
you.
looking. Well, we'll do 3 more minutes and then we'll call this one and then we'll upload the next one for you guys. Oh man, I work at a I, I know a lot of episodes I mentioned that I worked at a gaming retailer in the United States, and I can't say which one. I no longer work at that gaming retailer, but out of respect, I'm still not gonna say which one. Currently, I work at a bakery, right? And you see this hallway? There, to take the trash out in the bakery or whatever, there is an area that we have to go to that I swear to God is straight out of Resident Evil 1 or 2. It can be in any either or of them from the 90s. And the way, like, I don't want to get, like, sued, but I've been thinking of taking my camera down there and sort of recording the camera angles like a Resident Evil game and showing you, like, piecing it together because it looks so much like out of a Resident Evil game. It's uncanny, man. So, I don't know. I'm thinking of trying to get that together. Maybe I'll ask the owners if they're cool with me making a YouTube skit down there, because I really, really want to show it off. This part always reminds me of it. That's why I mean, I know that seemed random, but this always reminds me of my job. That hopefully one day when this channel explodes, which will be soon, because everybody's like liking, subscribing, and sharing it right now. I already know you are. Thanks, by the way. Uh, when that happens, I'll be able to leave said job and just do this full time for the love. You know, I really do love doing this, and I know I take breaks occasionally. I know everybody's like, oh, consistent on the internet. It's hard to be consistent on the internet when real life is really, really, really stupid. And lately, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, been pretty stupid. So I try to right, but these next few weeks will just be Resident Evil 2 though. That I do promise because I have to beat this game for you guys because I spent a lot of time talking shit about how good I am at it, and I am pretty good at it. But you won't see any of that skill in this playthrough because this is sort of a casual. I'm back in the saddle, and I'm hanging out with everybody who I really do hope enjoy these videos. I enjoy making them quite a bit. Uh, I finished the vocational training. I remember I mentioned in a prior video. That's fake news. I remember I mentioned in a prior video that I was doing some vocational training. I did finish. I got some certifications in my respected field. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I'm a computer technician. I fix computers for a living when I'm not working at bakeries. And the reason I'm working at bakeries is because the job market is fierce. So what can you do? But we're moving up. We're about a few seconds out from the 20-minute mark. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the video. But I will be right back. Thanks for stopping in, guys. It really means the world to me. All right, see ya.